10, 10-9 fraction, looking strong, Precious Scene, bringing it on, and gets it done quite convincingly, wins by more than 5 lengths. YouTube, what's going on? Horse Racing Gamer here. Welcome back to Gallop Racer 2023, aka 2004. We have 4 races kicking off today. 1 Grade 2, 3 Grade 1s, all being held at the same racetrack at Leeds. And we will get to that here very shortly. So I'm recording this immediately after the last video. So next day, hopefully I'm a little bit sharper today. I think I will be. I think I should be. And we'll be kicking off here with Marksman in the Grade 2 Boston Stakes. Hopefully you guys are having a good day, evening, morning, whatever time you're watching this at. Just hoping I can make it better. So here we go. Kicking off with Marksman in the Grade 2 Boston Stakes, field of 14. Our boy is the favorite. And Marksman by Fairy Singer out of Butterfly Effect. Still don't know what his last ability is. I'm pretty sure it's Stretch Burst. He's still developing. He'll hit his peak sometime next year. 80 power. That's his highest rating. Everything else is whatever. I mean, Heart at 50 is not ideal. At his best, I think a lot of these stats in the 60s will be in the low to mid 70s. So that's not terrible, but I mean, are you going to get any superstars from that? Probably not, unless you use a really good broodmare, which is always the case going forward. So we'll see what he can do. I was hopeful he could be a really good Grade 1 horse for us, but I don't think he's quite built for that, unfortunately. But we'll see. Things can change over time. So we'll see how he performs here in this Grade 2 to kick off today. And we are off. Yeah, it was a beautiful start. Anywho's, let's see how Marksman does. Again, I've been talking about it in the last couple of episodes. Really going to have to start downsizing the number of horses I race with. Because, like I said, it'll just take forever to progress. And like that is just kind of not how I want my immersion to be with the game. If I feel like it's taking, in real life, 6 months just to get through 1 year, like, that's not worth it, you know? I definitely want to progress a lot faster, so... this is probably one of the last years in this game where I'll be racing with as many horses as I have. Going forward, I'm not sure exactly how I will dictate which horses we keep, which ones we don't. Obviously, Tier 1 horses like, excuse me, Eastside Band, Delta Dream... September Sky, Glam Queen, horses like that, Lockwood even, they make a good case for themselves to be left alone. Everybody else is going to have to prove their worth, you know, because I only want to start using the best horses we can use. And that doesn't mean necessarily just Tier 1 Hall of Famers, but horses that can really contribute to our breeding plans. You know, like, however they can help us in that way. That's really my main goal, so... Really having to work Marksman quite a bit. Trying to get that last corner leader, though. And we should get it. It's got a long way to go. There it is. Will he be able to hold on? I don't know. I might be asking a lot. Field is closing. Marksman still trying. The 9 is on a rush. The 14 is coming. The 3. Ah, man. Like I said, probably could have held him a bit more. That's second place. That almost fell to 4th or 5th. Yeah, I just be on the spurt. I probably should have taken him to the inside just to save a little bit of ground. I wasn't expecting that turn to be as wide as it was. I felt we were hanging out there a little bit longer than I wanted to. So that probably tired him out a bit, but I felt I had to get him going at the time that I did. Otherwise, I was worried we weren't going to be able to really run those horses down. So it's a second place effort. We hit our goal, fortunately, but still, we were supposed to be the favorite to win. Didn't quite happen, but again, if that's the case with a horse like Marksman, we just have to be realistic going forward and continue to watch how he develops. He's still not at his peak yet, so he still gets a pass, but second place, we'll have to take it for now. We move on to the Lead Oaks, full field of 14. 3-year-old and 4-year-old fillies running 12 furlongs. Classy and Smart, second favorite behind Wild Song. Classy and Smart, she's been extremely competitive. I think she's only lost one race. I'm pretty sure I've only lost one race with her, one or two. Now, she already peaked essentially as a 2-year-old, which is kind of insane. She's on the decline. One of the things I've been talking about with her in regards to my indecisiveness to use her for breeding, which I said in the last episode, I will use her at least 1 year. The 42 power rating is not really encouraging. You know what I mean? Like, we finally got away from like using horses with bad power ratings for the most part in this game, and like I don't want to go back to doing that again, and that's what I'm worried about with her. Like, I'm gonna have to hope that the stud that I breed her with ends up really taking over as far as the power rating is concerned for the foals. If not, you know, we could be in trouble. So that's something I kind of forget until I look at it. I'm like, there's something very glaringly obvious about her that I don't want to use, and it's that power rating. I don't know where she inherited that from, but again, it's not something you want to pass down to other horses, ideally. So that's kind of the issue. Bay City's still with the record here. It's pretty impressive. Anyways, Classy and Smart. See if she can make this happen. Wild Song is a really good horse. As I've been saying in the last 2 episodes, this game has stacked a lot of really good horses against me here in year 40 of this playthrough. I was not expecting it at all, but I'm always game as long as I have a chance. Always game. Where is Wild Song? There's Wild Song up there. Where did my NGO? And for some reason, they keep giving me favoritism in races I genuinely don't believe we should be the favorites in. I just don't, you know? But it is what it is. Definitely is what it is. I feel like after I kind of rewatched the last 2 videos, after I recorded them, my timing with my spurts, like I go through these weird phases when I play this game where like I'm on the money with timing my spurts, and then I just hit like this dry spell of just kind of getting the timing wrong more often than not. And I feel like that's been the case in the last 2 episodes, and it happens randomly. Like I feel like it's not something new. I just feel like every blue moon there will be a couple of videos where like, yeah, my timing for my spurt is just not ideal, and then it just starts really messing me up. But hopefully I can try to dial it in better today. I mean, Classy and Smart, man, she's really easy to work with. I just don't want that power rating, you know? Here we go. She still has a great stamina rating, so we got to send her. Ah, no Rebo. But let's see if she can catch these horses. Now, they went pretty soon. We should have the stamina to push through. We don't have the power, but fortunately, this is kind of a flat. Wild Song looks like it's got the field beat. And yeah, Wild Song to the inside is gone. Classy and Smart, clearly second best. The game got it right. We were the second favorite, and yeah, we weren't going to beat Wild Song, I think, no matter how hard I tried. Classy and Smart, she peaked basically a year and a half ago. She doesn't have the speed she needed. But it's another second place effort. Can't be mad at these results. Like I said, it's a very tough year in the game. I wasn't expecting the competition of horses we're getting to kind of all be put into year 40. But again, Spurt, they're saying the same thing. I don't know what I need to be doing differently. The last race, I felt like maybe I went too soon. This race, the game could be telling me I just don't know. Like, if I win that race, instead of giving me a B rating for the spurt, they would give me an S. You know what I mean? Like, the game is so finicky like that. Sometimes I have to remind myself not to, like, over-obsess about those things. But it's hard not to. But I will do my best. We're moving on to the lead sprint stakes. Here with Rock Ya Hurricane. I'm throwing him right into the mix. He's not a sprinter. He doesn't really have a chance today, but I want to see how he competes against these Grade 1 horses. I just need to beat 2 horses. And as long as he is relatively competent enough to get the job done... Actually, he can run 7 furlongs. I forgot. And it looks like his bar... I wish I could point it to you guys on screen, but his growth type bar, it's not at the top. Like, he actually appears to have an average development type where he won't really peak until at least 4 years old, which is very unusual for Golden Boy foals, because all of Golden Boy's foals, his sons, his daughters, they've all essentially peaked at 2.5 years old to 3 years old. Most of them do not go beyond 4 years old of hitting their prime. Like they always peak before they hit 4 years of age. So Rock You Hurricane, this could be something good. I hope. I'm very hopeful that maybe he will take another year to develop, because again, everybody we've got from Golden Boy, they've peaked as soon as they've hit the track. Pretty much, they're at their best. So like you only have like 9 months to win at a high level with them. Then after that, they kind of fall off a cliff, so to speak. So I'm hoping with this project towards Rock You Hurricane, I'm hoping he takes a little bit more time to develop, and he could be worthwhile. So he is a sprinter, 7 furlongs. I mean, close enough, right? He's not a mad dash sprinter at 5, but 7 is close to a mile, so he should be able to run within that range. We are off in the lead sprint stakes here with Rock Ya Hurricane. And, yeah, just going to try to do my best here and just kind of see how he settles, and hopefully we can run some horses down. Again, I'm going to try to take advantage of maybe some tired horses at the end of the race. We just need to beat 2. Now, if he can't beat 2 horses at the end of it all, that'd be a little bit more concerning to me. Okay. I don't even know what his heart rating is, so we'll see how he fights back. Come on, Rock Your Hurricane, bro. Come on, we just need to beat 2 horses today, brother. Just 2. Just 2. Furlong left to go. You still got plenty left in the tank. I need a drive, Rock. I need a drive, man. Half a furlong to go. There's stretch burst. Can we get 2? It's going to be close. Oh, man. Didn't get it. Oh, no, we did. Oh, we just got 12th. I thought we finished in 13th. Oh, man. I mean, that was really the best I could do. Like, I wasn't trying to go for the win. I just wanted to hit our goal. More or less the same story with everybody. My spurt is B consistently. And to be honest, I feel like every race I'm timing it differently. Sometimes I feel like I'm going a bit early. Sometimes I feel like I'm waiting. So it's hard for me to even gauge what I need to adjust. Delta Dream is going to be up in the Leeds Stakes. All these Leeds races are quite the tongue twister. A race we're not supposed to finish in the top 5, but obviously that's going to be our goal. Dynamic Jewel, Corolla are here. Strong Cloud is your favorite, the 10 horse. Crimson Page at the top, the 1 horse. Secret World. Like I said, I'm so kind of shocked that there are so many decent horses in this, back in this game now. Like in the same year. Like we get these horses spread out through like a couple of years. They're all here in year 40, at the height of summer. So like, I think I said in the last episode, this really is a great time to figure out which of our horses are truly tier 1 East Side Band type of horses, and which of them aren't. Maybe some of them are still good, but they're just not tier 1 level good. Maybe they're only tier 2 level, which again, tier 2 is fine. Tier 2 is like what I would consider Moon Trapper. For those of you that have been on this channel for a couple of years, Moon Trapper I would consider a tier 2 horse, because her final rating was the highest rating she hit in this game was A ranked. But she gave us double S horses in the future. So like tier 2 horses to me are still good to use for breeding as long as you pair them with the right, partners. So it's kind of where we're at. Delta Dream, tier 1 horse, Son of Secretariat, Hall of Famer, awesome on the dirt. You know what I mean? Like these are horses that I haven't really struggled with throughout their careers. We've had a couple of losses, but that's just naturally just the nature of the game, because we've run against some really competitive horses. But like I said, I'm really trying to focus on streamlining our breeding and the number of horses we use down to tier 1 horses and tier 2s. Anybody that falls into tier 3 is just, going to be a waste of time, unfortunately. And again, I just don't want to race with like 30 horses in a particular season. That's just too much, and it'll take too long to progress. I'm trying to get under 20. So with all that being said, we can't really get attached to certain horses. Like I'm learning I can't get attached to certain horses as much as I may love them. I have to be honest and say, hey, if they're not going to fit the plan, if they're not going to benefit us in the long run, this is a horse I'm going to have to let go. So those hard decisions are going to have to come. But ultimately, I think that is the key ingredient for us getting multiple East Side band type of horses. You know, we just have to be way more selective with what we do and what we use. So just kind of putting that out there. Because I don't want anybody thinking I'm just like singling out their horse that they may have named or something. It's just like if that horse isn't producing, it is what it is. I have to do the same for horses I name as well. You know, it's not like I'm just choosing only horses I like, and you know that's not what it is. I want the horses that are going to produce. Look how spread out this field is, man. This is crazy. Okay, looking good with Delta Dream. We'll send him. Let's go. Let's go. We got plenty of stamina. Come on, Del. We just need to finish in the top 6, man. He still has 80 speed. Delta Dream is still fast. And keep in mind, he's a dirt horse. We're racing him on the turf because he has that flexibility. And look at this drive from Delta Dream. I don't know if the win is going to be on here today, but a good podium finish looks... Oh, man, if I would have started him earlier. Oh, I overwhipped. Overwhipped. And we still finished 3rd, I believe. 3rd or 4th? 4th. Gosh, that could have been the 2nd place finish had I not overwhipped. Good effort from Delta Dream. I think that was the best I could have done with him. Like I said, tough. Strong Cloud, Second Earth, Secret World. These are good horses, people. These are not like bad Gallop Racer horses. They are really solid quality horses there. Better rate on the spurt, and I felt I did time that a little bit better. We're hitting our goals. It's all that matters. So to kick off today, we have 2 2nd place finishes, a 12th, which was expected, and then a 4th place finish there, which was better than 6th. So just tough times, man. Tough times. But Classy and Smart, she couldn't beat Wild Song, and Wild Song's extremely good. Marksman tried his best. Rocky Hurricane is still developing. And Delta Dream, for what it's worth, if that was a dirt race, we possibly win that. You know what I mean? So, like... we just kind of have to roll with what we're given. So let's get everybody in races. Delta Dream. 13 wins out of 19 starts, 11 grade 1s. We haven't won with him since April, so he's been on a bit of a drought. I was trying to go for a turf title with him, but it's been pretty difficult. So what I think I'm going to do here, I might try to just put him to turf races. I mean, he's got the titles he needs. He's a Hall of Famer. He's been Horse of the Year. He won the GWS Dirt. He's a dirt champ. That's all I need. I'm not obsessing over titles in this game. I'm just not. If we can get them, cool. If we can't, not a big deal, man. It's not worth like stressing over. So I'm going to put him in a grade 3 or a grade 2 if I can. Can you run 12 furlongs? No, not really. So I think what I'll do for Mr. Delta is... whenever he's back in the blue, just get him in a... I mean, I guess I could continue to run him on the dirt, right? Because at the end of the day, like, if we're not going to give him a turf title, I just need to rack some wins with him. So I'll race him at the grade 3 Sirius. He'll have a little bit of a handicap. That's fine, unless there's a grade 2. City Cup would be fun. I'm not sure. Osaka Mile would be fun. But again, he doesn't need more dirt grade 1. So... I think what I'll do, the White Mountain, that's a little bit... it's a grade 3. Half a furlong longer than he probably should be running. I'll run him 7 furlongs. Feel a little bit more comfortable with that. So I'll just put him in a couple more grade 3s and grade 2s until we can use him for breeding next year. But he's accomplished what he's needed to accomplish. You know what I mean? Okay, turf rating. So, again, we could win on the turf, but... yeah, I think he's done what he's needed to do. From Formal Opera, by Pink Gemstone, Tough, and Grit are his latent abilities. Southpaw, Impost, and Dominator. Delta Dream's achieved what he's needed to achieve. He had an awesome 3-year-old season. He was our first original to win the Triple Crown as well. So, like, I feel like he's accomplished what he's needed to accomplish. I don't really feel there's anything he needs to prove. Classy and Smart, her record. 10 wins out of 14 starts. 13 finishes in the top 2 out of her 14 starts, with only 5 grade 1s. She won't be a Hall of Famer, but again, I think her consistency speaks for itself. So Yeah, we dropped the last two grade ones. So, what title is she close to? Actually, let me see. Do do do. She still needs. Yeah, she's not even close to a title. Her wins are all over the place. So, probably no titles for Classy and Smart, which seems kind of weird, but yeah, like her last grade 1 victory was last year in the World Philly and Mare Turf Cup. That was a big victory at 11 furlongs, 15, 12. So she was close to a long champ title, but it's been tough, man. It's been tough to try to win these races. I could still maybe try to put her in a 12 furlong, but New York Turf Stakes, I'll give it a shot since I guess she is working towards a long champ title, and I say that with air quotes because I'm not really aiming for it, but those are the races she's clearly won, so just kind of keeping her on that path. Marksman, again, still developing. He's a tier 2 horse as of now, 4 wins out of 10 starts. Supposed to win that grade 2 last time out, didn't get the job done. So hopefully we can bounce back. Grade 2 in September, I'll run him in the Grade 2 Erie Stakes. Top 3 go to the Prince Cup. So if he can win that, maybe we'll send him to that Prince Cup, see if he can get his first grade 1 victory. But I'm not putting a huge priority on it. I'm just kind of in flow with him. 37 power rating for Rock You Hurricane. Why? Free Fear. Who else has a Classy and Smart? She's from Free Fear as well, is she not? She sure is. So Free Fear, bad power rating. Okay. Is Free Fear still back there? No, I got rid of her, right? I'm pretty sure we did. Just want to double check because I do not want any more horses with bad power ratings from her. 2 is already way too much. Okay, she's not back here. Thank goodness. All right. That's what I mean, man. Like, I don't want to breed with horses with a bad power rating. I've worked so hard to produce the horses with the good power ratings that we have, created. I'm not trying to go backwards. So, Rocky Hurricane, I'm not sure really what this guy's deal is going to be. Grade 1s have proven to be a little bit tough for him, though. So, he's still developing. I think he won't peak till 4. I'm going to drop him to a grade 2. That's fine. I was going to do that anyway. So just drop him in class, see how he handles that. Delta, Classy, Marksman. Am I forgetting somebody? No, everybody's good, right? Rocky Hurricane just got him in a race. Delta Dream will be in the grade 3. Marksman in the grade 2. And Classy and Smart in another grade 1. All right, coming up here today, we have an open with Precious Scene. We have a grade 3 with Pearl Ball, and we have a grade 1 Normandy with Whispering Gold. 2-year-old colt will be making his debut for the first time by Gentle House out of Chasing Hearts. Looking forward to it. Let's get right into it. All right, ladies and gents, kicking off this 7.5 furlong open in Boston with Precious Scene. He is the favorite. Magnificent, pickup for us because I haven't tapped into either of these abilities, not at least on this horse. I've tapped into instant response. It was on another horse a while ago. But yeah, for what it's worth, 99 response, very fast. Power rating's okay. Heart's not great. Stamina's not super ideal. The stamina is concerning considering this horse wants to run over a mile. So, I'm kind of, this horse to me should be like a 7.5 to like 10 furlong horse maximum. The fact that they've given it 12, I think it's a bit of a stretch, but we'll see what we can do. So, the last 2 episodes, we won at least more than half of our races, or about 50%. Miss Vaporwave has the record here, so that's pretty cool. But she's a broodmare back in our barn as we speak. Her first foal will be on the way next year. But, like I said, it's just a really tough time in the game, actually. So, just if you haven't, caught on, our expectations need to be tailored for the moment. I think prior to the summer starting, we were winning a lot of races, but we also were running in much easier races without much competition. Now we're running in the tougher races with tougher competition, and we're on a lot of horses that we're still trying to figure out, or horses that aren't quite tier 1 horses still yet. You know what I mean? So that's kind of where we're at this point. But I think it's all good. Just have to continue to stay focused, stay optimistic, and just see what and which horses I kind of, I perform the best with, and make sure those are the ones I'm really focusing on, Okay. We should be able to run away with this with Precious Scene. And 10-9 fraction. Looking strong. Precious Scene. Bringing it on. And gets it done quite convincingly. Wins by more than 5 lengths. Good open. Another win. Precious Scene on top. We'll take it. Finally, our first win of the day. My wins are coming like from opens and grade 3s mainly. I mean, we had grade 1 wins last time out, but we were racing with Eastside Band and Glam Queen, who are literally like our top tier 1 horses. So, 6-length winner over Marvelous Form. Double S on the spurt. I genuinely believe I've just kind of been stacked with some tough races, and maybe not the greatest decision making in regards to some of my spurt timing. But obviously, when the conditions are right, I can win. And we'll get grade 1s here. We're only about 30 minutes into this episode, so hopefully the next couple will get the job done. Pearly Ball up into Philadelphia, the grade 3 Philadelphia handicap. Pearly Ball is the favorite. A certain army of 5 horses expected to finish in second. And then you have the 9-horse Blues Art, ridden by Dean, supposed to come in third. There's no horse that's supposed to finish in fourth because the bookies have this all messed up. Thought we had I'm actually blind. The 4-horse Silver Express is supposed to be the 4th favorite. Enough of country Eric. We're back to regular Eric, whatever the heck that is. And Pearly Ball still growing. He has another year until he hits his peak. He's been awesome. I can't really complain. He's done what he's needed to do. So yeah, I'll continue to go on this way with him. And hopefully we can make this 2 for 2. As far as our wins, get a little streak going. Pearly Ball, a little bit excited, restless in the gate, but we are off here in the grade 3 Philadelphia handicap. And it's a good start for Pearly Ball. Who is that? Far Hill, do your thing. I want no parts of it. Glad I'm not on a front runner. That horse is supposed to finish in 11th. Newman is crazy, but you go ahead and do your thing, Newman. Go ahead and do your thing. So, we have 2.5 years until the Dream Cup rolls back around. So it's really vital that within this next year, we really start to figure out which horses we're going to focus on and try to get into the Hall of Fame. That's the main thing. 2.5 years seems like a long way away, but considering once that Dream Cup rolls around, we're only going to be able to use horses we've already retired into the Hall of Fame. It's not a lot of time. That means I have this year, next year, and I think maybe the summer after that, tops. And keep in mind, there's only 3. I mean, I guess unless your horse is tie in a GWS championship, technically speaking, there's only 3 or 4 categories. I mean, there's only 3 categories you can race for the GWS. At most, there's probably only 4 to 5 horses tops in any given year that'll be retired for Hall of Famers, So, that's not really a lot for us to work with. So, we have a lot of horses that aren't going to make that cut. Now, Pearly Ball's got plenty left in the tank, and we should be able to run away with this. And Pearly Ball taps into that grit. He digs in. Furlong and a half left to go, and this race is over. Pearly Ball smoking the field. You know what? I wasn't really high on this horse when I was first, when he was first given to me. But I gotta say, he's actually quite a fun horse to work with, and I love that grit, man. I love the Arctic crop gritty type of horses. Pearly Ball falls into that category. I just think you can go a long way with that. Another win here, 2 for 2, and that'll be Pearly Ball's second grade 3 victory so far in his career. Wins by 3.5 lengths. Double S on the spurt again. You also notice a pattern that horses I like more and horses I'm generally in a better rhythm with, I tend to do better with. That definitely makes a difference. It's not just about your horses having super awesome stats or whatever. You still have to feel like you're in rhythm with those horses to get the maximum result. We move on to the Normandy with debuting 2-year-old Whispering Gold by Gentle House out of Chasing Hearts. And this is going to be tough. Because every grade 1 we've been in has been tough. Even with Eastside Band, her race was pretty challenging, but fortunately she's such an awesome horse. She was able to get it done. Whispering Gold in field of 14. We should have a decent chance, even though there's some competitive horses. We are the favorite. So that's a lot of pressure. That's a lot of pressure. We're the favorite by $2 over Rolling Flight. I've never even heard of that horse. Here's Whispering Gold and his yellow tack making his debut. Hoping to break his maiden by Gentle House out of Chasing Hearts. He should be a very easy horse to work with. I have not struggled with horses from Gentle House or Chasing Hearts. So I'm hoping he could potentially be a tier 1 horse like Glam Queen, like Eastside Band, like Delta Dream, so on and so forth. We will see. The horses. They're on the track. The track, the horses, they're on it. Oh gosh. It's just one of those weekends. It's actually my birthday in 4 days. I don't tell people because I don't really celebrate my birthday like that. I'm just thankful for every day and thankful for another year. But yeah, birthday in 4 days, September 6th. Just to let you all know. And just want to say thank you, guys, for the support, obviously, on the years. I'm just thankful I can play this game and have the community that we have and just share, the moments and the times and knowledge, everything. That all is very important to me in the grand scheme of life, and I really appreciate you guys for all that. Can't say that enough. So I don't even know what Whispering Gold wants to be. I'm just letting him run. Now, he should be a really strong horse. I'm really hopeful he does what he needs to do here for us. 2 7s, that's fantastic. Cruise control. Still cruising. Still cruising. No Revo, but it's fine. Can we kick off? Can we do it? Can Whispering Gold break his maiden and run away with this? Furlong and a half left to go in the Normandy, and Whispering Gold takes off. Whispering Gold is out of here. He said, sayonara, see you later. The 13's still trying to stick with us. But Whispering Gold is a 2-year-old colt is going to break his maiden and win the Normandy Stakes. Let's go, my boy. That is what I'm talking about. That is the difference in having horses you feel like you can really be in rhythm with. I talk about it all the time because I genuinely believe in it. I'm not saying it just to say it. I do believe in it wholeheartedly. Whispering Gold breaks his maiden by winning the Normandy Stakes. That is a huge first-time victory. But I said it before we hit the track with them, right? Any horse I've had from Gentle House or Chasing Hearts, I've done well with. They've just been very consistent. Some of my favorite horses to work with so far in the last couple of years. And that's a fantastic first debuting victory for Whispering Gold. Getting the job done. Perfect race, practically. 3 wins in a row. That's what I'm talking about. Now, feeling much better. But again, the last 3 races I've ran on have been with horses that I genuinely feel confident with. And I think it shows. I think that's important, man. Stats are good, but the stats are kind of pointless if you don't feel confident with the horse, You still have to feel like you can be in proper rhythm with that horse. So there we go. 3 wins, an Open, a Grade 3, and a Grade 1. So just when you thought, oh, this guy is only winning Opens in these episodes. Turner, go away. Leave me alone, bro. Leave me alone, man. Leave me alone. That's why you like me. I don't like you, dude. We're not friends. And stop trying to find me horses. I don't want your horses. I'm fine with the horses we have. I'm fine with them. I don't need your horses. This guy's always acting like he's helping me out. Oh, hey, I can get you a horse. I didn't ask for a horse from you, Turner. I'm sorry. That makes me come off rude or whatever. Like, I'm just being honest. I don't believe in being disingenuous. I'm just being completely honest. Okay? I always want people to be honest with me. For some reason, sometimes, new people will come into the community and think, oh, this guy, he can't take, constructive criticism or this or that. No, I definitely can, but I take it from people I respect. If I don't know you, I'm not just going to take anything you say. Just like I wouldn't expect you guys to take anything I say at face value if you don't know me that well, right? It doesn't mean you completely ignore it, but it's like, for me, it's like I have to respect someone to respect their criticism. If I don't respect you, I don't care what you're saying, right? I think that's kind of the case for most people. It'd be like a stranger telling you something that knows nothing about you. Why should you care about that opinion, I value the opinions of my friends. So if they're telling me stuff, that's when I listen, because I know these people know me and I know they're looking out for me. Still, at the end of the day, even if they're giving me tough love, if I don't know you and you're saying stuff, it doesn't really, it just doesn't, translate. So with all that being said, yeah, I'm all for, trying to improve. That's my life mission, and anything I do is to be better at it, one step, one day at a time, right? That's all you can really do. So Mr. Pearly Ball, he is 6 wins out of 9 starts. I'm keeping him at low levels. I could be running him in grade 1s. I don't want to. I want to at least get him to 10 wins in just regular races, and then I'll start to toss him into grade 1s next year, and he'll be at his peak and ready for a GWS title run potentially. Tight is okay. That's a good ability on some of those really short Japanese tracks that have those really quick turns, short straights, so that's good to know. So Pearly Ball runs 8 to 12 on the TF, and could get him in another grade 3. I kind of want to put him in a grade 2. I need to see what he's capable of at a little bit of a higher level. California Stakes, that's going to be quite a challenge, but I think if he's ready for it, he should be able to do some damage. So we'll have him set up for that in October. Good tune-up for him. So we'll do the last 4 races. Precious Scene, where are ya? Precious Scene. There you are. Precious Scene. Undefeated, 1 for 1, because that was his first race. 9 to 12 furlongs on the TF. And we'll see what we can do. I wonder when I do things like that, and I'm just being silly. I wonder if people have unsubscribed from the channel because they're like, this guy is so annoying, which I could completely understand because I've sometimes done the same thing. Well, I usually don't unsubscribe from those YouTubers. I just kind of stop watching their videos for a time being. I'm sure that's happened, right? So let's get serious here. Whispering Gold, A ranked already based off of that first time win. That's a huge jump right out the gate. Usually my horses hit C or B, something like that. Him going to A ranked immediately after that win is really a good sign. His other 2 latent abilities should be Last Corner Leader and I don't know what the other one could be. Grit, maybe? Yeah, I think Grit, because Chasing Hearts, wait. I think there's Grit in this pedigree. Let's check. Yeah, Arctic Crop. Duh. So yeah. Stretch Burst, or excuse me, Last Corner Leader and Grit are probably his 2 other abilities. His auto abilities, I have no idea. He has 3, well, he has 4 total, but 3 of them are still questionable. 8 to 12 furlongs on Zetef. So we already know his distance. We know his leg type. That's fantastic. That's how I want things to start. See, this is already, Whispering Gold is already making a case that he will be a tier 1 horse right out the bat. You know what I mean? Because we won that race. We win a grade 1 with him his first time out. We know his maximum distance now. We know his leg type and his preference for that. So there's no serious question marks. The most important attributes, the most important factors with my horses is figuring out their distance when they first hit the track, figuring out their leg type. And if I can have those 2 things, we'll figure everything else out pretty quickly, hopefully. So we won the Normandy at, what was that, 6 furlongs? He made that look pretty nice. I know he's not a sprinter like that, but he made that seem pretty easy. So I think what I want to do, I can run him in the Sunshine Stakes, or I could save him for a race at 7 furlongs. Which I might do. Run him in the Deneb or the Pollux. I want to see how he handles 7 furlongs. So I'm going to run him in the Deneb Stakes in Paris in October. Wait, actually, no, I take that back. I want him to have a couple of grade 1s this year. I'll run him in the Sunshine Stakes at 6 furlongs in Cambridge. A couple weeks off, and hopefully he'll be ready to run in this Capella Stakes. That's what I'm aiming for. So I'll run him again at 6. And we'll see how he does. So everybody's ready to go. Last 4 races coming up. A grade 3, a grade 3, a grade 1, and a grade 1. Paris Mile. I don't have a horse in this race. Why? As if I'm not trying to win the sprint this year. I don't have horses in these races like I should. There's nobody I would even ride in this race, to be honest. Glory Society is not. 20 power rating. Never mind. All right, let's go ahead and get a quick, well, we'll just finish these 4. We should be fine. let's knock these races out and finish this episode. Hope you guys have enjoyed. I mean, we haven't done bad. We've hit all of our goals today. 3 wins in a row now. 2 second place finishes, a 4th. So we're doing what we need to do. For the most part. Cafe Bronco, 2-year-old colt. Second race, second time on the track here in the Grade 3 Pennsylvania Stakes, running a mile. He's the second favorite behind the 6-horse Flaring Gleam. Let's check that horse out. But first, let's look at Cafe Bronco. 76 power rating by Gentle House out of Tigris of Stone. Stretch burst and southpaw are what we know from this guy. The 6-horse, the favorite, Flaring Gleam. 79 speed and 76 power. That's yeah, that's pretty impressive. So yeah, this certainly is not going to be a walk in the park victory if we can get it. But at least we don't have 48 stamina. And I'm pretty sure Cafe Bronco doesn't have bad stamina because both of his parents have at least A-ranked stamina from my understanding. So he should be fine. Let's see if Cafe Bronco can get his second win here. Pennsylvania. All right. General reason with the record here. I don't know if that was the AI setting that record with him or if it was me setting that record when I had him. Still bummed I didn't get any good horses from him because he had such great abilities. He had strong heart, he had persistency, and something else. Really good abilities I was trying to pass on to other horses and just didn't have the right brood mares to use with him. So ultimately his horses ended up being failures, unfortunately. It is what it is. And Cafe Blanco trying to push himself here to the front. I want to avoid the rough. Look at all that brown nonsense, brown badness here on the inside of the track. I want no parts of it. I'm going to keep Cafe Bronco to the outside. Now, he could have a good toughness rating where he could kind of eat that up, but I don't really want to take the chance. I would rather just win this race, right? Okay, let's go. Now let's see if Cafe Bronco can hold off the field behind him. Okay, there's grit. That's fantastic. He does have that. He inherits that. Arting Crop is in this horse's pedigree. Oh, it is a race between Cafe Bronco and Flaring Gleam, the 11 and the 6, going neck and neck. We haven't had a race like this in a while. Cafe Bronco, Flaring Gleam, Cafe Bronco, just going to get it done, but the 4 shows up at the end. Who was that? Did we get the win? Yes, we did. What a race. 4 wins in a row. That was exciting. What a grind. Cafe Bronco, 2 for 2 in his debuting run with us, and that is his first Grade 3 victory. Let's go. Great fight. And that is why I like Arctic Crop in my horse's pedigree. Grit is such a fun ability to work with, man. And it really keeps your horses in the game. So if you're somebody new playing this game for the first time or you just got into Gallop Racer, try to look for sires or broodmares that have the ability to grit. It's not a lot of them. It's definitely an ability you have to look for in a horse and then breed it into your pedigrees. Or, breed it into your lines and obviously develop your pedigrees that way. But I really think it's an underrated ability that people kind of sleep on in this game. It's a basic one, but you see what happens with it. It kept us in that head-to-head. Cafe Bronco is as tough as I was hoping he was going to be. And again, these are the horses that I believe are going to be Tier 1 horses for us. Cafe Bronco, Whispering Gold, 2-year-old colts, both looking fantastic on the track here for us. I feel like Todd Pletcher, but, not actually Todd Pletcher because that guy is actually, one of the best trainers in the world. And he does it in real life. This is a video game, but for video game kayfabe purposes, yes. I feel like our 2-year-olds are looking kind of like Todd Pletcher-like horses, right? Out the gate swinging and doing good stuff. We're up in the Grade 3 again here with Irish Hill. This is a horse I picked up because he's an endurance type that I am hoping will be very worthwhile for us. So as I get his stuff written down here right quick, if you guys look at his stats. So he'll hit his peak next year. He's not going to be great. He's a C-ranked horse. So at best, he will only be C or maybe B ranked. But again, wait, no, this isn't the long distance horse I'm thinking about. That's Desert Runner. I picked up Irish Hill because I like his leg type. He's a dirt horse only, so this should benefit him. He has a decent power rating. And when I say decent, I mean it's decent for a C-ranked horse. The stamina is really bad, but he also has good abilities. Flats Master, I don't have that on any of our horses. Fast Pace okay is always good to have. Free I like, and Closer. So, again, he's kind of a general reason type of horse where statistically he's not great, but he has a good leg type, a good distance of 7 to 12 furlongs, and he has good latent abilities with a good auto ability. So I'm hoping with the right broodmare, we can pass that down and obviously get some really strong horses with those abilities, right? There's a method to my madness, people. I am well aware that sometimes there are things I do that don't make sense, and admittedly I will own up and be like, yeah, I don't really know what I was thinking, but when it comes to breeding, I always have plans. It's just they don't always go according to plan, right? General Reason is a horse very similar to this guy. He had great abilities. His stats were okay. I wanted to get those abilities and his leg type into stronger horses. I just didn't have the right brood mares. Now, fast forwarding 5 to 10 years later in the game, we have amazing brood mares. We just have to pair the right one with Irish Hill. And I think we could get horses in the future with his abilities, his leg type, but 2 times the better stats. That is the goal. It's tricky to do that because essentially you're taking a C-ranked horse, trying to breed it with a double S-ranked horse or just an S-ranked horse in hopes of getting a double S horse. That's a very hard thing to do, right? But I feel like if you can get it done, it's totally worth it. And that's what I'm hoping on. That's what I'm trying to bank on. So big gamble, but, you know, I got to try, right? Okay, good run on the outside here from Irish Hill. Let's see if we can, you lost the head-to-head. You're on the outside, bro. Just do your thing. Don't even worry about it. I mean, our goal is to finish last, so we can beat anybody. This is a good effort from Irish Hill, and that's with no abilities. But Flats Master, I think that's just an auto ability that allows him to be very good running on flat tracks, which he's a dirt horse. All the tracks in this game for dirt horses are flat. So, again, when you think about dirt horse pedigrees, he could really be good with that in the future. Finishes 7th, was supposed to finish 13th. I think people would be impressed. If that was a real-life race and a horse that was expected to finish nowhere near any of the field ends up beating 6 other horses, people would at least put some eyes on that horse to say, hey, this could be a late bloomer. This could be a gem of a horse we can win some money on or we could pay attention to a little bit more in the future. We'll keep an eye on him. I've actually done the same thing here. There's a horse that races at Mahoning Valley, Thistledown. Sketchy, you may know. Obviously, I mean, you know about Thistledown. I think you know of Mahoning Valley. I think, what's the horse's name? It's Animate something. It's not Reanimate. I don't think it's Reanimate, but it's similar to that. It's a horse that I watched on debut that I didn't think looked extremely impressive, but it beat out other horses that it probably shouldn't have. I kept my eye on it, and he's turned out to win quite a few times at just the open and, you know, allowance level. But still, like if I was betting on that horse every time, I would, you know, have some extra money in my pockets is what I'm saying. So I feel like Irish Hill would be that type of horse based off of that finish. Second to last race here, the first stakes, GWS Dirt Territory. I gotta bounce back with Formal Method. Last time out with her, we were running her a furlong longer than she needed to be, and I really felt that her endurance capped out there, and she just wasn't able to have any sort of rally at the end. She was the favorite, but she really wasn't built for that race. Not at all. This time out, we're running her a furlong shorter. I think she'll be much better. Only the 4th favorite, so that's okay because we have Wonder Whale to contend with, Major Song, Clear Time. I mean, some really, really good dirt horses here. Fine Show is not a horse to sneeze at either, the one horse. So it's a competitive GWS dirt field here for the first stakes in New York. We have to set the pace with Formal Method. She's still very good, man. The power rating stinks. Her stamina isn't that great, but 91 speed, 88 heart. I got to get her in the window at the right time. And if I miss it, then obviously we struggle. So checking everybody else's speed figures out. Clear Time is pretty fast at 84. Wonder Whale at 90. better stamina as well. Wonderwell has us quite beat on stamina. But the power and the heart categories, well, the heart category we went out. The power we struggle. Don't really need it for a dirt track. Trying to get Formal Method into the Hall of Fame because I think it'll be harder next year, especially if Wonderwell is still around. So she's an awesome dirt horse that, again, like some others in the past, I may miss out on the Hall of Fame if I just can't get the points that she needs to win this championship. So I'm going to hope we get it done here. But I think running her a furlong shorter will definitely help. 10 furlongs was too much of a stretch. And usually that's not the case for me. Usually I can kind of get away with it, but certain horses, if they just don't have the endurance to run that extra furlong, you just shouldn't do it. I had to learn that the hard way. We're off in the first stakes here in the GWS Dirt with Formal Method. She gets out to a fantastic start. We have to go chase Wonderwhale. I don't want to do this today, but we don't have a choice. And clear time. Or Sunny Midnight, excuse me. So Sunny Midnight going to try to set the pace. Wonderwhale is going to tuck in. And if Wonderwhale's tucking in, then so am I. Because that horse has better stamina than us anyways. So we can't really afford to be more tired than Wonderwhale once we hit the stretch. Because, seriously, Wonderwhale doesn't even want to challenge for that pace up front. You know what I mean? Like, if Wonderwhale was going to chase that horse, I would have ran with Wonderwhale. But since Mr. Legendary, right behind us, decides to tuck in, I'm like, I will follow suit because no sense for me to go and chase that horse and tire myself out, knowing that the horse behind us has much better endurance. Now, hopefully Wonderwhale can actually get blocked. Okay. Hopefully this was a good start. Let's see. Oh, there's grit. We needed that today. Come on, Formal. Come on, Formal. Wonderwhale is somewhere behind us, but Formal, she's driving. But no, who is that on the outside? Who is that? The A-horse. That's, what happened? This turned upside down. I called that horse out, didn't I? Fourth. Well, we finished where we were supposed to. What a race. That was tough. Major Song ends up surprising the field. The third favorite ends up winning the race by 3.5 lengths and sets a record. It's been a while since a record's been set at this race. Wonderwell finishes in 8th, Clear Time in 7th. That race was flipped upside down. We actually finished where we needed to. I didn't really feel confident with where I started her for the spurt, but we just held on to do what we needed to do. It wasn't meant for us to win. Fine show. I talked about that horse as well, right? I said that horse was supposed to finish 7th, ends up finishing 3rd. Telling you, man, these are tough horses we're racing against. Position D, yeah, I sacrificed that. Spurt, I know, wasn't the greatest. Pink is happy. That's unusual. She's usually like, yeah, I'm not happy with you. I'm not content with your performance. I'm not content with this effort. I'm not content with your racing. But she's like, you know what? I was relaxed. Which is crazy because I felt completely tense for those 2.5 furlongs, man. I'm like, I knew the 8 horse wasn't Wonderwhale, and I forgot who it was. Major Song, another great horse. This is what I mean. Like, they really have stacked the game this year. These are some really good horses in this game. I think anybody that's played it enough would agree with that. These are some really good horses we're competing against. So, tough racing. I mean, it's been enjoyable. It's really been a grind. Like, I feel like this is the hardest it's been in the last couple of years for us in this game. But I'm all for it. And last but not least, the Chestnut Stakes here. 11 furlongs in New York with Angel Hearts. Second favorite behind Wild Midnight. Trying to keep him on his winning ways. He is a Tier 1 horse for us, like Eastside Band, basically. He's only lost 1 race so far in his career. By Gentle House, out of Chasing Hearts. He's the brother to Cafe Bronco. They are brothers. Hence why Cafe Bronco is looking so good. Our 2-year-old that we won with earlier today. So that is not a coincidence at all. Gentle House, Chasing Hearts. I've talked about it a lot. She has been such an awesome broodmare for us. Abigail, you should be happy with your girl. She has given us awesome horses like Cafe Bronco and this guy on screen here, Chasing Hearts. What an amazing girl. Angel Hearts, her son, up in the Chestnut Stakes. Let's get it done. Let's close out today with a bang. 4 wins today. We've raced 11 times, actually, so only 4 wins. 2 finishes in second place, 2 finishes in fourth, a 7th place, a 12th. Hopefully this will be a win. Valley King still holds the record here. But like I said, man, it is tough times in year 40 of this game. But this is allowing us to really figure out our tier 1 horses that we can look forward to using in the next Dream Series, which again is 2.5 years away. So this is a very vital time for us in this playthrough, in this series, on this channel right now. It really is, honestly. I mean, we won the Dream Series, you know, the last time it happened. We just didn't win every race. That's obviously the major thing we have to do to get to that next level. And that's what I want to do. That's why I want to have, obviously, a horse in every category, at every distance, that can win. That's a huge goal, because that means we are setting ourselves up to try and beat the best horses in the game at every category in just 2.5 years in the game. And I guarantee you, there are some people that would think that we're not there or that we can't do it. But like I said, man, I feel like I'm kind of getting the formula of the type of horses I need to breed to get Eastside Bands. I really feel like she came at the perfect time of when I'm really getting deeper into this game, into our pedigrees, into the overall progression of it. Especially with the conversations I've been having with you guys in the Discord and everything like that. So, and even watching some videos, some older gameplays of people playing, I'm just really trying to just key in on what is probably the better formula to use when you're trying to get the super horses. And again, Eastside Band really kind of shined a light on what I need to look for in our horses, and how we need to have things going forward. Angel Hearts, let's rip, my boy. Let's go. Down the stretch we come with Angel Hearts, last corner leader. Angel Hearts is gone. He's out of here. The 7 is still trying to close. That's Wild Midnight. That's the favorite. The favorite still trying to run us down. Still going. Still going. It's going to be close, but I think Angel Hearts, too strong, just going to hold on to beat the favorite in the end to cap off today's episode. That is what we want to see. That's what makes me happy in this game. Chasing Hearts with an awesome broodmare. Our first ever original horse into the Gallop Racer Hall of Fame. Why would you do that, Gallop Racer? That's not the angle I wanted. I had it perfectly set. That probably was going to be the thumbnail. You ruined it for me. I can still get it, but it won't be the same. 3/4 of a length, beating the favorite. What a win. I want to save that because that was an awesome, awesome ride, awesome win. And Angel Hearts showing he has hearts, showing the pedigree of his mother, Chasing Hearts. And that is an awesome, awesome, awesome win for Angel Hearts. It really is. I'll watch that back as we head on out here. Absolutely grinding to the end to get the dub, holding off the favorite, a very game Wild Midnight. And Angel Heart showing why he's a tier 1 horse and a future Hall of Famer already. Only 3 years old as well. So happy. So happy for that guy, man. He is doing what I was hoping he would do. And his brother, 2-year-old brother, Cafe Bronco, looks like he may be following in his footsteps. If you haven't caught on, Gentle House, awesome sire to use in this game. If you see that horse, pick him up. Because you get horses like this that can just find ways to win all the time and keep their winning ratio very high, their winning percentage very high. And we really had a very smooth trip. I mean, we didn't really have to run too hard. The 4-horse with Dean, she decided she wanted to set a 10-length lead. That really kind of made things easier for us. And we just tucked into second at the rail. And our beautiful boy just kind of coast along for the ride, man. So much power in him. Like, he really feels like Gentle House more and more. Every race I win with him, I feel like he is more and more of his father with his mother's heart. He really is like the best of both worlds. That's why we've only lost 1 race with him, and that was a 2nd place finish in a very close head-to-head type of race. So, Angel Hearts 100% a success, a tier 1 horse. And look at him go, man. Strong, digging into the stretch, last corner leader. He's such a strong horse. You really have to try to keep up with him as best as you can. And while Midnight was closing us down, getting closer, but Angel Hearts, showing his pedigree, showing his heart, showing his tenacity, just holds on to beat the favorite in the Chestnut Stakes, running 11 furlongs. Not an easy race by any means. Let's freaking go, man. That is what I'm talking about. 4th Grade 1 victory there for Angel Hearts. He's got 2 wins at a mile, a win at 10 furlongs, and a win at 11. So formal method, best I could do with her. I mean, Major Song surprised the whole field in that GWS dirt race, breaking the record. Irish Hill doing much better than expected, and Cafe Bronco, the brother of Angel Hearts. You got 100% siblings. Cafe Bronco and Angel Hearts, top and bottom screen, getting good wins in the same week. Eastside Band, I'm still trying to get her the GWS Sprint title, but I'm like not putting her in the GWS Sprint races. So don't ask me about that one, but she's fine. Glam Queen, she's still trying for the turf. Still competitive here. Eastern Knife. I'll run him in a race if it's available, but Glam Queen's really the focus. And in the dirt, Little Mai is really who I'm hoping can catch fine show, but we still have to worry about Eccentric Gold, Wonder Wheel. Major Song just set the record in the second to last race we did. Like I said, every championship is competitive with very good quality horses in this game. Like, if you use any of these horses for breeding with the right pairing, like, you'll get double S horses for sure. That's how good these AI horses that we're competing against are. So, tough times but fun times here at the HRG Stables. That's going to do it for today's episode. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed. We'll be back with day 254 on the series as we continue to get through summer, continue to get through the bulk of this GWS racing. As we head into the fall, that will also continue to be a pretty hot session for us because we're going to have closing stages of our GWS championship runs. I'm trying to get titles, trying to get awards by the end of the year. Like, I'm assuming Eastside Band's probably going to get Horse of the Year again, but I could be wrong. Another horse could take that from her, but I think it'd be one of our horses, more than likely, but I could be wrong. Her other ability is Stretch Burst, and it's not happening. Eastside Band, she's so good, man. She's so good. I lost one race with her somehow. I don't even know how. I think it was like within her first 3 races in her career. I'm pretty sure. Was it recently? No, it was definitely like early in her career. But that was it, man. I haven't lost with her since. So we're essentially on a 10 race winning streak, 10 grade 1 winning streak with Eastside Band here. 12 wins, 12 grade 1 wins out of 16 starts with 15 wins total. Best horse I've ever had in any Gallop racer. And the irony of her growth type saying fast, but she's 4 years old, and look at that bar. It still hasn't had a major drop off. She's probably still going to be this strong until she's 6 or 7 years old minimum. At least 6 minimum. So, again, no early retirement. I will continue to run her as long as I can. I want to see what I can achieve with her because she's our first super horse in this game ever. We have to go all the way. We have to see how many races, how many grade 1s she can achieve in her career. She's so good, and stamina. I bred that into the pedigree. That was like planning. I didn't just luck up on it. Arctic Crop and Night Breeze, Western Tiger and Suave Buster. We eventually worked it in there. Diamond Plan really helped because he has the double S stamina, but Tigrish of Stone, Flying Cowboy, Gemstone. Again, the parents, Western Tiger, Arctic Crop. These are very good horses with good figures in those categories, especially as long as their stamina was decent enough, above average. You combine that with a double S horse of Diamond Plan stamina. There's your 93, which at her peak was technically 99. You know what I mean? There it is right there. So, it happened. It happened. Maybe not exactly when I was expecting it, but it definitely happened. So that'll do it. Appreciate you guys' love and support. We'll be back next time for day 254 on the series. HRG signing out. Hope you have a great fantastic day. I'll see you later. And goodbye.
Welcome to Horse Racing Gamer, where champions are made.